I believe warnings are best delivered directly. And I'll only give one. Stay out of my business.
New episodes of the CW's Batwoman premiere this Wednesday night, and joining me today to talk all about the action-packed upcoming season, Batwoman herself, Javicia Leslie, and a powerful woman off-screen but who plays a strong business mogul in the series, Robin Givens. Thank you, ladies, so much for hanging out with me today. Great to see ya.
Nice to see you.
Hey, Robin, starting with the introduction of your new character, Jada Jet. What do you love about her, and what can fans expect to see from her contributions to the season this year?
Oh, I'm in love with her. I just absolutely love her. She is so powerful, like you mentioned. She runs a major company in Gotham City. I mean, the fact that Robin and I get to be a part of Gotham City is really, really fantastic. But I love sort of just trying to bring her to life in a special way, in the sense that she's a powerful woman, but she's basically just a mom.
That's why you're here?
Well, it depends. Is there anything else I should know about?
Also, her Achilles heel, if she has one, would be her children, her two children. And we see her that Ryan hasn't grown up with her mom in her life, which was a major cliffhanger last season. And I'm not sure that Jada is really ready to have a relationship with Ryan. But we see a lot of guilt there. We see a lot of love there. We see her at first keeping her at bay. The dynamic of their relationship is a special one. She's willing to do anything to protect her children. And I say anything.
Anything. And you mentioned how exciting it was to be a part of the Gotham world. So were you guys both DC Comics fans growing up? Were you a fan of Batwoman herself?
I was a huge Batman fan. Like obsessively huge Batman fan. So to enter the world of Batwoman in this kind of way, and like especially season 3, be able to pay homage to Batman through having Batman villain trophies in Gotham, and those trophies influencing new villains. And so you're talking about villains influenced by the Mad Hatter and by Killer Croc and by Victor Freeze. Like, to be a part of that storytelling is so much fun. Like I literally feel like a child, like just doing like this imaginary make-believe world, but influenced obviously by a make-believe world that I grew up watching and creating in my mind. So it's so much fun.
What about you,
We
Robin?
get to live in it. We get to live in this world. And sometimes, sometimes you're doing a scene and you're saying these words and you're inside this world, and it's just really cool. It's so much fun to be able to experience it from inside of Gotham City.
Well, and I definitely think fans are going to see a lot of that fun on the screen when the show premieres Wednesday. I do want to ask you, Robin, too, stepping into this character, who's a new character for this season, what has the chemistry been like on set for you? How would you describe your relationship with everyone?
Oh my, I am so happy, Katie, that you asked that question. It's so, okay, Javicia, just turn your ears off. I know you're tired of hearing it. I just for a second. Okay. She has such a major role, right? I mean, she's Batwoman. She's the leader on screen, but she's also the leader off screen. Whatever the chemistry is on set, it's so magnificent. We laugh so much. I mean, to be able to go to work, and we all know this, to want to go to work and to have fun, and sometimes in scenes we're crying. The other day we were doing a scene, this major scene, and Javicia made me break and I'm cracking up and the tears are rolling down my eyes now. It is just such a pleasure. And I think so much of that comes from her. We have Caroline Dries, who's our showrunner and writer, run this amazing team. So give us these fantastic words, but the chemistry is fantastic. And right now, I just don't want it to end.
That's amazing too. And Javicia even said, I remember watching an interview with you, Javicia, where you said when you first joined this role, how you felt like it was a family and how you've never been more welcomed than in this role. That seems still true today.
Yes. And it's so cool to get new members of our family joining, and like you guys have all been amazing additions to this family. Like we all have so much fun together that even when we do like Zoom press calls and we're all there, we're constantly like cracking jokes and like remembering things that have happened, and it's a really positive energy and a positive vibe to be a part of. So it does make coming to work fun, but it also makes coming to work easy.
Well, and real quickly too, Javicia, with the introduction of your character Ryan Wilder last season, what does it mean to you to come back to this show this season, continuing the legacy of Batwoman?
It's amazing. It's fun. This is the show's third season, but my second season. And so they all kind of are like, okay, doing this again. I'm like, we're doing this again. I'm just like, this is really cool. This is really fun. This is really epic. I'm just so excited about this season. The season is so much fun. Like I said earlier, every episode can stand alone. And it's like these they're full and they're colorful and they're Gotham. So they're dark and they're creepy. And, it's funny because I'll see little snippets of movies and it'll be like a really like gory scene of someone's face getting cut off. And I'm like, we did that first. I'm proud, like we did that creepy thing first. And so just to be a part of a show that is so groundbreaking and everyone that's a part of it is so committed to the story and so committed to every element of the story, it just makes it so much fun.
You definitely get a sense of that when I've watched a preview for this season and when I've seen scenes from, upcoming episodes that haven't been released yet. It's just incredible, the connection that you guys have on set and everything that you've been able to do with the show, really. All right, is there anything I haven't asked you guys to before we go? Anything I haven't asked that you want to share about the upcoming season?
I know that, I'm really excited for the villains. That's one of my favorite things because when it comes to anything that has to do with Batman, I love the villains. I've actually loved the villains more than anything. And then I'm really excited for this journey that Ryan is going on with her mom. I don't even know what's going to happen. Robin knows this about me. I only can read the episode that is the episode coming up. I can't read any further than that because then I start getting confused and start making character decisions that aren't even applying to this episode. So they all may know what's happening in episode 9 and I only know what's happening in this current episode that I'm in. And so I have no idea what's going to happen with Ryan and Jada. And then to top it off, we did a scene the other day where Jada did some real crazy thing. And I'm looking at whatever happened and I come back and I look at Jada and I think to myself, I think this is Javicia and I'm sure Ryan thought this too. I'm like, do I really want to be a part of this family? They are crazy.
Katie, you should have seen it. She turns back around. She goes, I don't know.
I love that you've been able to incorporate that.
She's willing to do anything. I said anything. But Javicia, so just, we have some other history that's going to be made when you speak of villains in a way. We probably can't give it away. Don't you give it away.
I know. I'm
but,
really
right? Coming up. Read that I think the world will be pretty excited to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I give a lot of what are they called?
Spoilers.
I give a lot of spoilers, so I have to kind of fill it in.
Or I got to put a lid on it. We can't release any spoilers as much as we want to, though, I'm sure. All right, ladies, thank you so much for chatting with me today. Javicia, Robin, it was excellent getting to know more about this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New episodes of Batwoman air Wednesday night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central on the CW. I'm Katie Johnston for CBS Local News.